Hello! Yay! So, giraffe time, which you may have intuited from my shirt. See? Giraffes? I love this shirt. Also, I have my little giraffe totem right here. I love this guy. So, giraffes. All right. Giraffes are the first animal that I really began channeling. Kind of accidentally, kind of didn't realize I was doing it, and it didn't make sense to me at that point. I'm like channeling, why would I channel a giraffe? And of course, with these animals, we're not channeling like Joe Giraffe over at the San Diego Zoo. We're talking with like the angel of giraffes or the energy of I don't even know how to describe this on some level because it's like giraffes are they really are truly sacred spirits, and they have their own embodiments like Joe Giraffe in the zoo, but they're still they're part of that divine giraffe energy, kind of in the way that I'm Amber here living my little human life, but I'm connected with the divine, just as you are living your human life and you're connected with the divine. So it's kind of the same thing. Um, so giraffes. Again, I'm gonna read the initial thing that came through for this journey, so we can sort of see where we're going here and remember what the giraffes are here to help us with. So giraffes are here to help us with intuition and far-seeing wisdom. They say, you are ready to stick your neck out. You're ready to ascend to your greatest height, and we're here to support you, to walk with you, to love you on this journey. We will help you walk through fear intuitively, with feet planted firmly on the ground as you step into your next big evolution. You are wiser than you know. It's time to access that inner wisdom to help guide your life and your big work in the world. Okay, lovely. So that's going to be fun. All right. So, yes, giraffes are just such lovely creatures. Like, if you ever need to feel better about the world or raise your energy, I highly recommend looking at pictures of baby giraffes. Or if you're ever really angry, Google giraffes fighting on YouTube. Like, these creatures are badass. They do not mess around. So they're wise, they're loving, but do not mess with them. So I think we could all channel that a little bit sometimes. So, all right, let's take a few breaths together. See yourself in this sacred circle, this place of healing and transformation that we've created. So you're here in this circle. The animals of this council, of this journey, are surrounding us, and the giraffes are stepping in. Hi, guys. Oh, they're so lovely. It's such a lovely energy. It feels like one's bending down its neck and kind of maybe nuzzling your cheek or the top of your head or your neck, or just kind of poking you in the back with its nose, just greeting you, saying hello, saying that they love you, they're here for you, they're ready to help you be your tallest self. They're ready to help you really be brave as you step forward into using your intuition more, trusting that intuitive knowing that you have, even if it can't necessarily be quantified in the world by others. And that's true bravery, is doing that and being willing to share the truth and the love that you feel, that you know, without needing it to be another's truth, but just sharing, like, this is what's true for me. And if it helps you, please take it. Here it is. And so the giraffes can really help us with that. It feels like they can also sort of help us with our posture. Like, I feel myself sitting up a little bit straighter, which of course probably helps all my internal organs because I'm not like squishing them. So let's just breathe with the giraffes for a moment. Sort of feels like we're on a savanna with the giraffes, and they want to take us somewhere. So they're walking with us. They're a few ahead of you, a few on the side, a few in back. You're just sort of walking with this honor guard of giraffes. They're leading us to their sacred space. Okay, this is something I've never done before. They've never taken me here. But they're leading us to their sacred space. It's a safe pool. It's a very deep, clear well, naturally occurring. It's just in the wild here. But it's a place where they're saying you can truly see yourself. When you look at your reflection in this pool, you see your true self, not the self that others have told you you are, not the self that society has told you you are, not the self that maybe you feel pigeonholed into because of your gender, your sexuality, your job, your specific talents, the way you work, but seeing who you truly are. And so they're guiding you up to the edge of this pool and inviting you to look down or even wade into the pool if you like, maybe up to your knees or just all the way in, all the way in. And they're saying you don't have to see anything specific. You may feel a rush of love for yourself. You may feel a download of, oh, this is me. This is my true self. But they're saying what they really want to help you find today is the true tone of your soul. The true tone of your soul. So as these giraffes are in a half circle around you as you stand at this pool, they're sending you their energy and their help to really be able to feel what your soul feels like. And it might feel like an energy in your body. You may hear it as a ringing. It may be a knowing. But whatever your experience is being right now, just breathe with it. Just breathe with these giraffes and know that even if it's not landing consciously yet, you're being reminded of your soul's true tone. You're being reminded of who and what you really are. And of course, when we are radiating our soul's true tone, when we're really feeling it, connected with it, that's how we create. That's how we create in the world. And when we're connected, we're really radiating our soul's true tone, that's when things line up easily. That's when we're truly walking our path and trusting that path, even if it doesn't look the way that we thought it would look or the way our brain wants it to look. We walk and we trust that path. And so the giraffes are inviting you to stay here at this pool as long as you like, to receive as much as you like. And they're saying you can revisit this pool anytime you would like to feel the tone of your soul. And you don't need to be at this particular pool or with these particular creatures, but this is a really lovely space to do it if you feel like you need help feeling the tone of your soul. So whatever experience you've had, whatever it's feeling like, just breathe with it for one more moment. You may feel your energy getting bigger. You may feel it vibrating at in a different way. Beautiful. Okay, so now whenever you're ready, you can stay here as long as you like, but whenever you're ready, the giraffes are ready to lead you. Okay, they're leading us down a path. And as Amber, and I've been channeling this whole time. And you can. Another clue is that I'm looking off to the side because that's just how I channel. I don't know why, but I just kind of gaze in that direction. Okay, so where are we going next, giraffes? Okay, they want me to look at the paragraph too. I love that. Thanks, guys. Okay. Okay, yeah, walking through fear. That was where they wanted to take us. Okay, so what do you want to say about fear, about how we can walk through fear? They're saying just one foot in front of the other. If you see fear, don't shy away from it, for there is nothing to be afraid of but fear itself, as Harry Potter knows. And so when the gloom or the darkness or the stickiness of fear feels like it's in front of you, don't hide from it. Just step into it and know that fear cannot hurt you. Fear is simply there to be walked through. It may feel uncomfortable, it may feel painful. Everything in your body might be screaming for you to stop. And they're saying, of course, if you see a bus coming ahead of you, make sure to get out of its way. But when the fear is not immediate to your physical safety, then they're encouraging you to call on your guidance, call on your guides, call on the giraffes, call on your higher self, and ask to be led through the fear. Because when we walk through our fear, there's always going to be something truly wonderful on the other side. That is a promise. Giraffe seal of the giraffes have put their seal on that. So they're inviting us now to connect with something that's scary for you right now, what something that you're fearing right now in your life, whatever that looks like. Maybe you're really worried about money right now. Maybe you're fearing the path of a relationship. Maybe you are afraid of what's going on in the world right now. Maybe there's a person that there's some fear around. And of course, again, they're saying if fear does have a place to, sometimes we are being guided away from something. So, like if you're afraid of a person, maybe don't, be in the same room with that person. Maybe give them some room. You don't need to, they're inviting us to be smart about it. But when the fear is of an unknown or of something that isn't truly, present in our daily life, and it can feel very present, but, for example, I'll use my own money fear as an example right now, because this might help ground it a little bit better for you. In this month, I have to pay 3 months worth of rent because my landlords have been out of town, and so they haven't been collecting it from me. And I have to pay all of my taxes for 2017 by April 15th or whatever, plus the first quarter. So it's a lot. It's a big chunk of money that I need to have by the end of this month and by a few weeks after that as well. So it's a significant chunk of money. And so there's some fear around that, like, oh God, can I do that? Where's it going to come from? Blah, 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 blah. But it's not physically present in my life right now. I have a home. I have plenty of money in my bank account to eat and to buy gas and to, go to the hot tubs later if I do that, because I've just channeled a lot of things and water helps me reset. So while it's, the fear can be like, my brain can glom onto that fear and be like, no, this is really real. I really need to fear this. I really need to, I need to be insane about it. It's actually like, it's fine. Right now, it is absolutely fine. And, I've never not paid my rent. I've never not paid my taxes. And so, and even if I didn't pay my taxes, that's okay. I get on a payment plan. Even if I've never not paid my rent. I can't even imagine that. But, I think they require 3 months before they evict you. So like nothing, there really isn't anything to be afraid of, but the fear can feel very real, very deep, very, you know, present with your safety, your security, it can just tap into all of these things. So basically, what the giraffes are asking us to do is to tap into, to that kind of fear, and let them guide us through it to see what this feels like. So they're gonna take us on a little journey through fear now. Yay, that's fun. So, and actually it is, because when we move through the fear, that's when everything opens up. That's when we realize, oh, there really wasn't anything to be afraid of. Oh, I can do X, Y, and Z to help with this situation. Oh, here's my guidance that is going to comfort me, is going to, help me take the next step so I can know that I'm, doing what needs to be done. So, you can see your giraffe guide in front of you if you like. They're inviting you to call in this fear. And you might be seeing the path in front of you as like a black tunnel, or murky woods. You might not be seeing anything. That's okay. It's all perfect. And just ask the giraffe to lead you through this fear. And the giraffe's energy and the energy of all of the animals, as well as your higher self, they're holding you, they're protecting you, they're walking with you. And just keep walking. Keep walking. And maybe as the fear begins to press in on you, you feel compressed, you feel uncomfortable, it feels sticky and ugly. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. And the fear might step onto the path with you. The fear may take on some embodiment, maybe a big black tar monster, or a bird, or it may take some form. And you can just stand there and just notice it. Just, okay, fear, hi, I see you. I know that you're there. I honor you because you are a part of me. And you are every bit as holy as those experiences that made me feel better. And so maybe that fear will guide you through the fear. Maybe the embodiment of that fear is walking with the giraffe, is walking with you, and you're just walking this path together as friends, almost. As friends, no qualifier. And so whatever your experience is being right now, just keep walking, keep walking. At some point, you'll know that you've moved through most of it. The fear will begin receding, because all the fear wanted was your acknowledgement. All it wanted was to be honored by you. Maybe some resistance. Just keep walking with it. Keep following the giraffe. The giraffe is leading you through the fear. And then you may come to an open space. You may see light. You may feel more at peace. You may feel some comfort. You may be seeing, oh, okay, this is the next step to take here, and this will set me up to be in a better space with whatever the experience or situation is that is calling up the fear right now. And just know that a lot of the fear that we experience is actually old, is actually not something that is really part of our current experience, but the fear might have gotten trapped at some point in your body or in your energy. And so different situations and experiences in our life will show up, and we'll feel like this insane rush of fear. And it does, maybe it feels, reasonable, maybe it doesn't at all. But what it's doing is that situation is inviting us to move through that fear, because then when we move through that fear, it lifts out of our body where we were carrying it, or out of our experience where we were carrying it, and we have that experience of, oh, I moved through the fear and it was okay. I moved through the fear and I felt peace. I moved through the fear and it gave me the information I needed to take care of myself, to take care of, whatever is going on in my world. And so the giraffe is always here to help you move through fear. So are all the other animals, if you feel more drawn to a specific animal. But the giraffe would like to, if, help you with that fear and help you build that muscle memory of knowing that, okay, I walked through fear and it was fine. I felt better. So I can do that again. The next time fear shows up, I'm not going to be as afraid of it. And of course, fear may or may not go away in our human experience. But we have more tools. We build that muscle memory. We build that experience of, okay, I've moved through this before and it was fine. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. And at some point it just becomes another experience that that serves you. Because, when you actually move through that fear rather than shoving it off to the side and having it waiting there, like looming over your shoulder, when you move through it, then it dissipates. It dissipates. So let's see. Does the giraffe have anything else to say about fear? Yeah, the giraffe says fear is simply another experience. Fear is simply a path to walk that will become lighter and become darker, but there's nothing better or worse about the darkness or the light. They're just two experiences. And when you move through the fear, when you move through the pain, the stickiness, the discomfort of that, you open yourself up. You clear out more room for joy, for happiness, for love, for the experiences that you will probably enjoy more. So every time you step through this fear, you are creating more room for inspiration, for guidance, for light, for healing, for joy. So, thank you, giraffe. Okay, so where does the giraffe want to take us next? I was about to take some water and then I realized I don't have any water with me. Okay, so let's see. Okay, stepping into your next big evolution. All right. Feels like a phoenix thing as well, but the giraffe wants to go there with us too. Okay. Well, and that's what often fear, like deep fear or deep resistance, will show up when we're ready to take that next big leap. If you've ever read The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, I know that he talks about this. And so often we feel the most resistance, we feel the most fear when our kind of lizard brain is trying to protect us from something that is unknown. Because of course, in order to evolve, in order to create something that you've never created, you have to step into the unknown. But your brain doesn't trust that because it doesn't know the unknown, so it doesn't know how safe it is. So this is where we employ our heart and our intuitive knowing and our feelings, our desires for something new, for something a new experience, a new evolution, like we talked about with the unicorns in the last session. And this is where we call on that to remind ourselves that we are safe, we are held, we are loved, we are taken care of, we are guided. And so, when that big fear shows up, that big resistance shows up, it means there's something really amazing on the other side. Like if your fear is around money, if you really move through that fear and you move through that resistance, that's where your big waves of abundance are. If you are maybe scared to love or scared to be in a relationship or meet someone, really moving through that fear, that's where, that's where your great love is. And sometimes we have to keep moving through fear and keep moving through fear before we, kind of get the reward, and that can be annoying. But every time we move through fear, there is, a greater sense of peace. There is more opening. There is more space that we've created that we can then fill with more of what we want. And so if you ever, just as a note, if you're moving through fear, or you're cutting cords, or you're removing um, other people's energy from your energy, or you're just clearing out your space, um, when you feel space cleared out, a good thing to do is call in light, call in an animal to help you fill that space with light. Call in an ascended master or God, or whatever color of light shows up for you. Just feel that light filling the space that has been created, so that that space is really tended to, and filled with something of really high energy and high love and divinity. That's just a quick note on energetic maintenance and clearing. Whew. Okay, so I felt like I was going somewhere and then I forgot where that was. Let me see. Next big evolution. That's right, evolution. Right. So on the other side of fear is that, is your next evolution. That's what it is. That's how we evolve. It doesn't always require fear, but that is a part of our human experience. So when we're really brave in the face of that sticky, foggy, dark fear, we can make some extraordinary things can happen from that place. And you're more willing to take those risks, to step into the unknown, to put yourself out there in a new way, to really share your light and your love and your knowing, even if you're not sure how it's going to be received, even if you fear like the responses of others, or, oh, they might not like me if I talk about this. That's just another opportunity to step through that fear and do it anyway, because if you have the desire to really share what you know to be true, to share the love that you really feel, whatever incarnation that takes, your teaching, your art, your work, your business, however that looks, that can be really scary. And so, but that's every artist, every teacher, every author, anyone who's ever started a business, has had to step into the unknown, has had to step through that fear, and just walk through it and be brave in the face of it, and know that, okay, I'm going to be okay. Even if I fall flat on my face, even if everything goes wrong, I'm still going to be okay, and I can try again. And these are the people who are doing amazing things in the world, the ones who move through that fear, and just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And then of course, as we do it, it does maybe it doesn't get easier, but we know how to do it. We know that it can be done. We know that we're capable of it. And so it just becomes another part of the experience. Okay, so it sounds like, okay, interesting. Now they want to talk about, giraffes want to talk about evolution without fear. Okay, what does that sound like? Okay, they're saying this is new Earth. This is new Earth level stuff. Okay, so the giraffes are now guiding us up a staircase. And giraffes are actually better at stairs than you would expect. And so up this staircase is the Earth that is possible, the Earth that we know is possible, even though it doesn't look possible from where things are currently. So they're guiding us up into this energy of the new Earth. So this is 5D energy. This is because we're in 3D energy, in kind of our daily reality. I mean, not necessarily. I think a lot of us are jumping back and forth. Some of us are really staying there. Whatever your experience is. But this is consistent 5D energy up here. So this is where things feel peaceful, feel bright. This is where the kind of cares that we've become used to, the fears that we've become used to in this dimension, this reality, just don't apply. And so they would like us to join them up here and breathe with them for a few minutes in this new energy, in this 5D energy. So, ooh, fun. So see yourself following them up the stairs. Maybe it's an escalator for you. Maybe it's up a hill. However it looks, perfect. Just follow your giraffe. When you get to the top, it feels like we're being invited to sit. The giraffes are folding their legs under them and sitting with us. They're saying, breathe. Breathe with this new energy. Breathe with this new light. As you move through the portal into this 5-dimensional energy, you feel the love that you've known is there, but don't always feel like you connect with. You feel the peace you know is possible. You feel the worthiness, the divine worthiness that is yours simply because you exist, simply because you are your own unique encoding of divine light. Just breathe with the giraffes. If you like, you can put your hand on the base of their neck or their back or a hoof. They're inviting you to do that, to feel that connection with them. Because of course, this is where this new earth, this 5-dimensional energy, this is where these animals live. This is where they, some of them are up in the 7th dimensional energy, but they all can come into form in 5D. And this is where they're more comfortable. So they want to kind of invite us into this realm to become more used to it, to feel that energy. So just feel it. The giraffe, the energy of the giraffe is helping you. You may be feeling it now. You may be really feeling the vibration of it, the love of it. You might not. That's perfect. The energy of the giraffe is working with you to get you closer. Because of course, depending on where our energy is, on our path or in this particular day, you don't want to make too many big leaps lest you explode. But they're taking you up that staircase at the rate that is perfect for you. So breathe with this new energy, breathe with this new earth, breathe with the possibilities of this evolution. For you, for your life, for your gifts, for for your intuitive powers, for your creative powers, your healing powers. It's all possible in this energy. And you can start receiving more information about what these gifts are, or new ways to use the gifts you already have or know you have. So keep breathing with the giraffes here. And whenever you feel guided, you can walk back down that staircase. It feels like they'll follow you down. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes back into space, and you might want to take some water, do whatever you need to do, take some rest, because that's high energy. That can be a doozy. Whew. I'm feeling a little loopy too. But it's really, really beautiful. So the giraffes can help us access that 5-dimensional energy. And of course, 5-dimensional energy is where manifestations are, as I understand, pretty instant, and where we create so much more easily than we do now. So that's the energy to tap into if you're feeling like your life is ready for an evolution, if you feel like your work is ready for an evolution, your creative projects, walk up the staircase with giraffes and breathe in that five-dimensional energy. Receive whatever, love, inspiration, nudges, pushes, healings that the giraffes and that five-dimensional energy have for you. And then you can really begin to create from a different place, from a lighter place, from a more open place, from a more like flowing, channeled, guided place. So that's really cool, really, really cool. Thank you, giraffes. Thank you, giraffes. Okay, so the next thing that they would like to work with us on is accessing our inner wisdom to help us guide our life and our work and just, create and enjoy what we're here to create and enjoy. Because that's the good stuff. Okay, so accessing inner wisdom. Ooh, what have you got for us, giraffes? What are we doing with this? Ooh, they're dancing a little bit. They're excited about this one. All right, cool. All right, they're saying you already have everything you need to create everything you want. However, you need to know and trust that you can access that. You can access it whenever you show up for it. Whenever you want to tap into it, you can tap into it. You can move through the portal into your the creations and the wisdom and the guidance that your higher self has for you. That any guides you work with, angels you work with, animals you work with, whatever they have for you. So the access point, you already have all the wisdom you need. You already have everything you need. You already have all the wisdom of the ages of the universe at your fingertips. It's simply accessing it. It's simply trusting that it's there for you, trusting that you deserve to tap into it just as much as anybody else does. You're as worthy of receiving this access to this wisdom as anybody else is. And so the giraffes are going to do a little bit of work with us on acknowledging, understanding, knowing our worthiness, and trusting our ability to connect with this. So this is going to look a little bit different for each of you. So, feels like your giraffe is inviting you to give it a hug, to hug it around the neck and just sort of, rest with it. And feel your heart connecting with the giraffe's heart. And as it does, your understanding of your worthiness is enhanced. Your heart beats with the giraffe, and so you begin to see yourself as the giraffe sees you, which is eminently lovable, so worthy of receiving whatever it is you want to receive, so worthy of swimming in this divine pool of wisdom and using as much of it as you need or want or desire. And knowing that the flow is infinite, the flow of abundance, of wisdom, of creation, of energy, of creation it's completely infinite. You can never take too much. There's no way. There's no such thing, because as you receive, more is created. The more you receive, the more is created. So the more you allow yourself to receive of this, the more is created in the cosmos, and exponentially so. So as you receive, as you tap into this abundance, this wisdom, this light, it automatically creates exponentially more. So the more you receive, the more you've just created. So hug your giraffe. Feel your heart connecting with the giraffe's heart. And just feel yourself. See yourself through the giraffe's eyes. The giraffe just loves you so much. Especially your giraffe. Especially this giraffe guide who has stepped forward for you. just bask in that for a while. Seeing yourself through the giraffe's eyes, seeing yourself as the whole, infinitely worthy, unconditionally loved creature of light and joy, delight and wisdom. Just feel what the giraffe feels for you. You might be looking into the giraffe's eyes. You might still be hugging the giraffe. It's perfect. Whatever you're experiencing here is perfect. The giraffe just loves you so much. All right. So now it feels like the giraffe is kissing your head, and of course you can stay in this as long as you want. You can play with this as long as you want. And so the giraffe invites you to see yourself through its eyes, to hug it, to connect with its heart anytime you feel like you need that. So that's a beautiful way to help yourself feel worthy of what is yours already. Is yours, and it's all yours. Everything you desire, everything you want to create, everything you know is possible is all already yours. It's just about feeling worthy of receiving it, so that the giraffe will help you anytime you want with that. And it feels like that giraffe, the giraffe you saw, that giraffe has been with you for a long time. It's with you always. And so the giraffe, if you like, you can invite the energy of the giraffe, you can invite that giraffe to work with you as he or she see fits continuously, throughout the rest of this journey we're doing together and throughout the rest of your life if you like. So if you'd like to do that, take a moment now to just invite the giraffe to work with you, to work with your higher self. Okay, thank you. Ooh. All right. Let's see if the giraffe has any final messages for us. Yeah, the giraffe just has so much love for you, so much faith in you, so much faith in your ability to walk through fear, to breathe and connect with that 5D energy, that really high level stuff. And the giraffe has so much faith in your ability to continue growing in your acceptance of your wisdom and your worthiness and your ability to create and be anything you choose, anything you desire. So the giraffe is here to help. You can call on him, her, whenever you like, consciously, and it feels like they'll really be working with you for a very long time, and that will be so wonderful for you and for all of us. So, right, is there anything else? Sir and Madam Giraffe. I say no, that's good for now. And yeah, call on them whenever you need them for anything. And they will walk with you, they will guide you, they will love you, they will comfort you, they will hug you, smooch you on the top of your head, or your cheek, or your nose, whatever you want. And they're here for you. So, yay. Oh, that was a good one. That felt really good. I hope you enjoyed connecting with the giraffes as much as I did. And if you would like to call the giraffes really, more into your space, into your energy, and really welcome them in, you could consider getting a giraffe shirt or a little, giraffe guy like this to have with you. All right. So thank you. As ever, I'm really excited that we're on this journey together, and I will see you next week with our next sacred animal, the